State Building.
New York.
The energy, the radiance, the straight up flames that are, you're exuding this whole awesome energy, Sofia Carson. And as always, good to see you, even if it's this way. I miss you, dude.
I know, I miss you. And thank you so much. I can't wait till we can do this again soon in person.
We're getting there.
We're getting
This year has been full of a lot more hope and optimism, but also the thing that I've had the chance to talk to several artists through this weird Zoom environment now, but you all have been doing something so special for us as fans. You've been giving us stories to cling on to. You've been giving us music to vibe with. And this 3 minutes and some seconds of Fool's Gold is exactly like what the world needs. You've given us something that we can just let's have some fun.
Thank you. That's literally exactly what I wanted. I remember we finished the record in the middle of the pandemic and the streets of LA were empty, like we were talking about New York earlier, driving through them. And I always like to listen to my records in between like other records that are playing on the radio right now. So I'd play like Dua, Weekend, whatever, and Fool's Gold in between. And every time I listened to Fool's Gold, it just, like you said, it made me happy for 3 minutes. Yeah. And it made me feel good for 3 minutes. And I was like, I think this is what I need to start my story with in 2021. I think this is what the world needs to hear right now. And I'm so happy that that's what people are getting from the record. And it's really special.
You've hit us with it was the guitars for me. I'm telling you, it was when I was
I mean, the Stargate guitars. Yeah, I know.
Oh, Stargate.
It kind of take you back.
It does. And that's exactly, it transported me into a time that I was instantly able to connect to. Just a feel-good energy. I remember, I'm like, this just reminds me of times when I'd be hanging out with my family around the house or, so for you to have it and feel that same type of energy from this production, how special did it feel when you finally had it all fully mastered? You had the chance to crank it up while you were cruising the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Was there a little tear or two? Come on.
I don't know if there were tears, but there was definitely just like excitement and certainty. Yeah. And it's exactly what you said. The song transported me every single time. And I also kind of have an old soul and I love the song is soulful. And then the melody kind of comes in and embraces you and kind of makes you feel like you've been listening to it forever.
Yes.
And I'm happy that it's my baby's finally out.
Actually, I wanted to know, how autobiographical are the words or some of them within this very first story?
You know me, I don't like to get too personal, but sometimes it's inevitable in music.
For sure.
The story that I'm telling that begins with Fool's Gold, a lot of it is based on personal. Awesome. And a lot of it is also based on, I've always loved telling the stories that I hear or the emotions that are affecting the people closest to me, like my sister, my best friends, like kind of what they're going through also is a big inspiration for me. So there are bits and pieces of their hearts in the story as well. But yeah, this is my baby. This is my story. And I've been writing a whole lot, which has been really exciting.
Has that been like really therapeutic for you? I mean, we've all found different things in this pandemic. Yeah. I was going to say, what have you found out about yourself during this time where we've had to, be in these weird spaces? We've had to sometimes hunker down at home. Yeah. What was it that was very therapeutic about this writing process and what you've been able to create?
I think first and foremost, which I remember very early on last year, because we were doing this, you and I last year, when I had released I Love You before the pandemic, but then the pandemic hit us in the middle of tour. And it was so beautiful to feel that people felt connected to each other because of art and because of music. And now that we're more distant than ever before, it was this kind of universal tie or this universal kind of soul. Yeah. So that's been really beautiful. For me personally, in moments where I feel like we've all felt particularly tired or drained throughout all of this. And it's moments like that where I'm in the studio and I feel this, whatever it is, tired or drained, but then you kind of find it in you to kind of reach down into your soul and tell these stories. And then you become like exhilarated and it kind of brings you to life. And it's like the most incredible feeling what music can do and what storytelling can do, how it just kind of ignites life in us in a way.
I was gonna say ignites fire to
There you go.
to segue into exactly what's happening. Hey,
Ignites fire, yeah.
gosh, this video is so.
Fire.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm so thankful that there are things like CGI out there and
Yeah,
technology,
me
because
too.
girl, you had a lot of us worrying at first. But when you saw this visual come together, when you were able to work with your team, because I know it's not just a you thing, it's
No, yeah.
a lot of people that are helping this thing
Oh,
come
yeah.
to life. What was that like, the process of wanting to have something and then watching it all the way through?
I mean, it was a team brainstorm from the very beginning of what I wanted the visual story to be, because, I'm very, very much obsessed with every aspect of the story that I'm telling, because it's not
You're
just the
very
music or the
hands-on,
lyrics.
yo. Very
Very,
hands-on.
very, I can't help it. I can't help it. It's like, it's parts of a piece of your heart. So
Mhm.
I wanted to tell a really powerful visual story as well. And we came up with the concept of the elements of fire. And fire just made the most sense because it's the beginning of something, it's the birth of something, which this story is, and also because the song has like this fiery passion in it. So it was really cool when that clicked. And then working with Hannah Lux on the video was amazing. She's just phenomenal and gets me and got it. And then we created the story of the video, which is a girl who has this fire within her because she knows what she wants in life and she wants him, and she's daring to fall for this love. But at the same time, she's kind of metaphorically playing with fire because he seems too good to be true.
Now, the premiere not too long ago, I mean, there were so many people that were waiting for this premiere on YouTube, and they were just firing off comments and seeing that love from
Yes.
all the different parts of the world. And I
Yeah.
think that we've spoken about this before, but for you, how dope is it? How special is it to see the connectivity globally, that your story that you're writing is really, it's translating, and it's allowing a lot of people to find their own story within it.
Oh, that's exactly what I've ever wanted. I actually wrote that in my journal when I was 18. I had like a songwriting book, and I said I just wish more than anything in the world that when people listen to my music, they hear their story in it.
Mm.
So it's the most special part of this process. I remember, you're right, on Friday I was sitting at the YouTube watch premiere, and then I couldn't even read the comments, they were going in so fast. And it was just every part of the world you could possibly imagine, every
Everywhere.
language. Yeah.
They were like, I'm telling you, I mean, you're talking the fans in Brazil, in
Yeah.
Italy, all
France,
throughout.
Mexico, Japan, wherever it is, New Zealand. Yeah, it's incredible.
What is that going to be like for you when we do get to touch base in those places, knowing that we've learned so much about ourselves over this past year or some change? How special is it going to be for you to get that stamp on the passport in whatever country it is? Like, what do you think that's going to be like?
Oh my gosh, I honestly can't wait. To me, there's nothing like human connection, especially connecting with fans, because their love and dedication is truly just so overwhelming at times in the most beautiful way, because they dedicate so much of their hearts and their time to supporting us. And I love I mean, you've seen me at the studio. Like, I
Yep.
absolutely adore meeting fans, and I have personal relationships with quite a lot of them, and we're always in touch from different parts of the world. So I can't wait till I can travel and hug them again.
I can't wait for you. By the way, for those who watch, literally top 5 hugger on the planet. You're there. Yeah, for real.
Ditto.
You top 5 hugger. Hey, I want to, transition into a little bit of the more special things, not more special things, but the awesome other stuff that you're doing. Philanthropy is such a huge word. When you look that word up in the dictionary, you damn near see a picture of Sophia. And to have this U.S. ambassador for UNICEF, to have this be something that is, bestowed upon you. What was that email? Reading that email like?
It was actually a phone call mid-pandemic, and my mom and I were both on the line. And my mom,
Yes.
she is remarkable, and she is my partner in life, in this business, in this career, and she's the wind beneath my wings, literally. And
She's top
also,
3 hugger. She's top 3. I'm sorry. Like,
she's tough. Oh yeah, by far,
she's
by
top 3
far, for
hugger.
sure, for sure, for sure. And she always, since I was a little girl, my sister and I both, she instilled in us the belief that the most important thing that we can do with our lives more than anything is to give. And always shared with me the example of Audrey Hepburn, who was the first UNICEF ambassador. And even though she is this icon, she dedicated her life to that. And when we got the call that I was officially the newest UNICEF ambassador, we were just both crying. And I was here and she was in Florida. And it's my greatest honor of my life and of my career. Yeah.
And it's because of that. And that, gosh, man, that translates through the music. That's why we connect. That's why, we all look to you, Black, white, Latino, Asian, any descent, any gender. It's because it's such a genuine heart that is through what you do with UNICEF. What it means for you to be a part of Revlon and work with Megan Thee Stallion and how that has led into the makeup line with you and the music also. I mean, it's who you are. And that has never, ever, ever, ever wavered. And that's like the coolest thing. And I think that's why all of our smiles are always so big when we get the chance to be a part of what you allow us to be a part of. So
thank you, Maxwell. I mean, you mean so much to me. One of my first, or maybe my first ever live performance and radio performance was with you in New York. I was a little baby starting off, so I will always cherish that.
We'll forever be connected. I mean, because like I said, I'm always rooting for the people who are doing it so selflessly, and that's what you do. And you give us this beautiful sound and this energy by just being who you are. So, damn it, Fool's Gold, letting this just be the first chapter of this book. I'm diving in. I'm not even getting like the Audible version. I'm getting the full real. I'm getting the real book. Like
that means a lot. That's hardcore.
That's hardcore. So Sophia, whatever you need, it's open door here. You know what I'm saying? Pick up the phone. I got you. Whatever it is, full-hearted. Like we're staying homies forever, dude.
Thank you. I love you.
Love you to pieces.
Ditto.
Also, we can't wait till we get one of those top 5 hugs happening. Fool's Gold. Listen, the track is a slapper, y'all. Like, don't sleep on it. It's just a baby now, but when that bad boy starts to walk, watch the hell out, y'all. Watch out. I'm just saying.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
C100.